Welcome to D&D. Yes, this is not my standard type of video. This is... well, it's a rather odd situation. You see, the party I'm DMing for convinced a dragon, this dragon here, to, well, basically abandon the tiny tower it had and instead occupy a castle. And they even managed to convince it with, I think, a 26 or something, that, hey, you are a dragon, you can probably do the first strike, right? So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. This dragon is going to try and get in here, and I thought, hey, I might as well make this a fun video, both for my party so they can see what the fuck happened, and just in general that it could be an interesting video, and maybe it could even be a video I show or I link to when I want to DM for a new group so they can see, oh, this is kind of the style that he uses to DM with. Because, yes, I'll be kind of DMing this and also playing it, so yeah, this will be weird and I'll be rolling a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I guess let's kind of begin. So it's not really an encounter, it's more an event. So this event starts with our dragon Venomfang flying in and landing right over here. And shouting inside, "You will leave my lair, for it is I, Venomfang, who lays claim to it." And he's going to roll a intimidation check. 13. Not great. Alright. And we are going into initiative, I think, because, well, basically time starts being important. No, dragon rolls initiative, also 13. Goblin, yes, I have basically all the, these things, just the stat thingies, on a second monitor. More goblin. Basically everyone in the towers heard it, but only the goblins at the moment will do something with it. Alright. Goblin time. They have 30 feet of movement, so bam, 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 bam. He is going to run over here and start to convince these people. But since kind of the player character at the moment is the fucking dragon, I won't be doing voices for that, because, well, Venomfang doesn't really want to try to convince them, or he's not trying to hear what's happening. He's just going to basically slowly walk in and be intimidating and all that stuff. So, 13 for a dragon. I don't think that he would immediately take a shot, but he would ready it if it comes... if it tries to climb up, then it will fire a shot. Alright, this one. This one will check out what is happening, so he will move over here. Right, Venom Fang turn. He will all just climb up here because this is kind of a step up. And get shot. So, short bow shot. An 8, that misses obviously. And his speed, he is fast I think. Yeah, he definitely is, so he's going to move over here and begin with probably just eating this goblin, so bite. 11 to hit it, which doesn't do it. But it can also claw the fuck out of people. It can't hit the fucking goblin though. Seriously, what are you doing? You have a +7 to hit. Dragon can't hit for shit, apparently. Other goblin. You will also be running. And you will be running over here. To warn more goblins that stuff is going down. Then you, goblin, you are going to take a shot at the dragon, and because that goblin does not provide cover to the dragon, it doesn't get in the way, because that's kind of a house rule I'm currently using. Just if the thing you would provide half cover for because you are standing in front of it is a size larger than you, you don't provide half cover to it. Miss. Is this going to be extremely boring? Is this just going to be no one can hit anything? Because that would be just kind of dull. Alright, goblin walks out, short bow. 18. Just hits. Alright, so Venom Fang doesn't have any interest in fighting past him getting to half health. And I think the one that was that one. Alright. This one also goes over here. Short bow. And back. Also misses. Alright, top of the round. Meaning that more things will start entering the roll. Normally battles like this aren't so big, but apparently this time they will be. Because that's kind of how the castle is set up. Really in a way that's extremely overrunny. Just, it's very easy to get overrun in this place, which is kind of why it's great that the party sent a dragon ahead of them. Oh, and somebody crit on the initiative. Alright. Yeah, that's the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, would he remember? He remembered to not trigger the trap. And scimitar to the dragon. 15, that misses. Another goblin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And dash, 7, 8. Let's see if he remembers to be careful. He remembers. 9, 10. And that was a dash, so that's his turn. Goblin. Under that. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if he remembers. He does not remember. Alright, he triggers the trap. Alright. 2 blood goblins get to make a dexterity saving throw. 17 and 8. One makes it, one doesn't. And roll. 3d6. Alright, 7, that's not too bad. This one takes 7 damage. And this one takes 3. But he does get to attack as well, so scimitar. Ooh, 22. Alright, 5 dragon to 5 damage to the dragon. And more goblins. Can they really get anywhere at the moment? It's kind of getting too crowded for them to really move. 2, 3, 4. Short bow. Another hit. And another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And short bow. That misses. Goblin over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And short bow. Miss. And goblin over here. 1, 2. Oh, short bow. Back. Also misses. And Venom Fang has had enough of all these tiny kobolds. And he will just start with a poison breath. And it's not set up properly. I do hate it so when I forget this type of stuff. Doesn't seem like this would really work very well. Alright. So, he's going to just poison breath into here, which would target all of these. So 5 constitution saving throws from goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, this one makes it, let's have a look, 14. This one doesn't. This one makes it, this one doesn't, and this one makes it. Probably won't matter though, because it's 12d6. How much can they have? They can have up to... Yeah, okay, they are all dead. And I'm going to leave the corpses, because my players are going to come through here. And I should probably also just... It's fun if I mark off how all of them died. Or if I can kind of make that clear for me so I remember. I think that kills all of my players. Pretty sure it does. Pretty sure that would just kill every single one of them. And that is its turn. And it's also just going to roar at people. Leave. Leave, or I shall eat you. Another charisma. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm going to keep me kind of coughing failingly in, because that's apparently what the dragon did. He completely failed at being intimidating, despite him just murdering 5 people. You are dead. You go over here. Short bow. That doesn't hit. And you... Oh, the other one. And you move back. Hobgoblin. These things are not nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. And it dashes over here. Well, that's its turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also a dash. It's taking these guys quite a long time to get into battle. Short bow, miss. You are dead. Goblin yank. 1, 2, 3, 4. And moving past this would take up the rest of his turn, so he is going to dash. 6, 8, 10, because this has become difficult terrain, and I probably need to change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to longbow. And I don't have them set up properly. Because I prefer to not have... I prefer to toggle advantage instead of always roll advantage, but 9 doesn't hit, so... That's you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also longbow. Ooh! That hits. Alright, it's almost halfway through running away. And yet still more goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and that's its turn. And he's going to move in if... Wait. Yes, he's going to ready an action to move in there if he has space. And you are dead, and you are going to scimitar. That hits again. Not a good day for the dragon, just overwhelmed by numbers. Alright, that's your turn. You also scimitar. Alright, he misses wildly, and instead gets an attack on this guy. And fails miserably again. So, he swings and swings over so far that he just lands right on his back. And he is now prone. And you, scimitar. 7, that doesn't hit. And you are dead. And you are dead. And you, short bow. That misses. And you step out. Short bow. And step back in. Oh, that's another 5 damage on the dragon. The dragon is not doing good. I mean, he has a lot of health, but he still doesn't look particularly good. Alright, so let's see, who hit him for a lot? I think that was a lot of these people over here, so you bite. That misses. 14 still misses. Claw, that's more like it. So you are dead. And then the person next to you also gets a claw. And you are dead. And this one again steps out and back and makes a short bow attack. That misses. Hobgoblin. Longsword attack. Miss. And another one. Longbow attack. Miss. Just arrows zipping all over this place, and it's really hard to do this on with just one person. It's really hard because not only am I having to do all the characters and have to do stuff all the time, but at the same time I mean, normally I try to do things like give commentary, like you miss or an arrow shoots up, but I tend to do that more for the players because as the DM you want to keep the turns for the enemy short. Because definitely for the dragon, I would, with these two guys, what I would say is the dragon darts forward and snaps at you, but just misses as it reels up and comes down with 2 claws, smashing both goblins in a single turn. But that's just ever so mildly difficult to do. Oh, and also because they were killed, this goblin moves up and there's no place for that, which makes it kind of awkward. Alright, then that was 1 turn for the dragon, and roll d2 plus 4. And it will take him 6 turns to regain his breath attack, so he probably won't get to melt all of these in 1 turn. Which is good for me, because otherwise my players wouldn't have anything to do. Ooh, 22, that hits. Minus 8 damage. He is pretty close to just fucking off. Alright. Yick, short bow attack. That misses. Hobgoblin, longbow attack. That hits for 2 damage. Always disappointing when an attack is so useless. And another longbow attack. Miss. Just so many arrows zipping through the hole. I really need to remember that both of these walls, especially this wall, but this wall as well, is just riddled with arrows. Just arrows everywhere. But yeah, you. Short bow. Ooh, is that enough to make Dragon say, fuck it, you guys are assholes? Not yet. He has a lot of health. And he nips in and out and makes a scimitar attack. And fails miserably and just swings wildly and just a top to bottom swing which just swings through to the back. And he slashes this guy real good. And he looks none too pleased about that. And you are dead. And he gets up, which uses half his movement, and then scimitar attack. 3 damage. Will that be enough? Not yet still. It's halfway. And you are dead. And you short bow, miss. And you step in, short bow. Ooh. That'll do it, as it just pierces into his flank. As he backs out again. And Venom Fang is going to just add this guy. Bite. Oh! Oh wow! Crit! And he has so many dice. Because, oh god, what's that damage of that thing? 2d6 plus 4 piercing damage, which becomes not full d6, 2d10 plus 4 piercing damage. It becomes 4d10 plus 4 piercing damage. Plus, with a crit, 4d6 poison damage. So that is 22, 24, 31 damage. Oh, yikes, this dude is so dead. Just a single poisonous bite and wham, dead. I really hope that that doesn't show up on the recording. Alright, and the hobgoblin behind him, because these claws have... Oh, the bite has 10 feet, but the claws don't. Alright, so claw attack against this guy. Oof, that misses. Okay, what would be a critical failure for the dragon? I really can't think of anything. Just the least bad thing I can imagine for kind of... I guess that a bad thing for the dragon would be a good thing for the goblins. And the best things that can happen for the goblins is if he just decides to move away. So I think he'll just do that and forgo his last possible attack that he has. So he just starts going out. And this one doesn't get an attack of opportunity because he's kind of hidden behind a wall. But this one will at this point. So he gets one last scimitar attack. Also hits. This dude has hit a lot of times, hasn't he? I think so. Let's give him a token. This one. And the dragon moves out and flies away. And so that is what happened when Venomfang attacked the keep. And this really hasn't turned out to be a video showcasing how I DM, because this did not turn out to be a scenario of how I usually DM, but yeah, so that's what happened. I guess this is mainly for my party then. Yeah, that's how this place ended up, with a lot of dead goblins in one sideway and one trap sprung by the goblins themselves. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little silly video of mine, and I'll see you back hopefully soon for regular content. This is Minfinix, saying farewell.